Imagine being snowed in for weeks with plummeting temperatures outside. Are you prepared to handle the worst winter weather that could strike at any moment? Welcome to Preparing for the Worst Winter Weather, SHTF Emergency Prepping. As we all know, winter brings more than just the aesthetic beauty of snow. It also comes with a host of severe challenges that could turn critical in the blink of an eye. This video is your ultimate guide to staying safe and prepared during extreme winter conditions. Winter's harsh realities are no secret. We're talking blizzards that turn visibility to zero, ice storms that transform roads into skating rinks, and power outages that leave entire communities in the dark. These are not just inconveniences, they can immobilize whole communities and create life-threatening situations. Imagine being trapped at home with no power, no heat, and outside the snow is piling up, cutting you off from the rest of the world. The grocery stores are closed and the roads are impassable, and help is days, if not weeks away. It's a chilling scenario, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's not just a figment of imagination. These situations do happen, and when they do, they catch most people off guard. But not you. Not after you watch this video. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk you through a comprehensive strategy to ensure you're prepared for any winter weather event. We'll be covering essential topics like the must-have winter survival gear, steps for insulating your home, techniques for staying warm and safe during power outages, best practices for food and water storage, and how to craft a robust family emergency plan tailored for winter scenarios. Each of these topics is crucial to mastering the art of winter preparedness. And by the end of this video, you'll be ready for anything winter throws your way, ensuring you and your loved ones can face the season with confidence. But remember, it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving when the cold sets in. So, let's dive in and get started. The cold intensifies every emergency, making preparedness not just useful, but essential for survival. When winter weather hits, the right gear can mean the difference between survival and disaster. Surviving the biting cold is a task that demands preparation and the right tools. Let's delve into the essential winter survival gear you should have on hand. First, let's talk about thermal clothing. You'll need layers to keep the cold at bay, starting with thermal underwear to retain body heat. Next come insulating layers like wool or fleece sweaters, followed by a waterproof and windproof outer layer to protect from the elements. Don't forget your hands, feet, and head as these areas lose heat quickly. Thick socks, insulated gloves, and a warm hat are must-haves. Heat sources are another critical part of your survival kit. Portable heaters are a great option, but remember to use them safely to avoid fire hazards. Hand and body warmers can provide temporary relief from the cold, especially if you need to venture outside. Fire starters and waterproof matches can be lifesavers if you need to build a fire for warmth or cooking. Next up, emergency lighting. During a power outage, reliable lighting becomes essential. LED lanterns and flashlights are efficient and long-lasting. Remember to stock up on batteries. Solar-powered lights are also a great option as they can be recharged during the day for use at night. Don't forget about candles too. They can provide both light and a small amount of heat. And let's not forget about a basic first aid kit. It should include bandages, antiseptic wipes, tweezers, medical tape, and a thermal blanket. Also, consider adding a whistle to your kit. It can be used to signal for help if you're stranded or in danger. Remember, in a winter emergency, your gear can be your lifeline. Being prepared with the right supplies can make a significant difference in your ability to stay safe and endure the harsh conditions. The cold can be relentless, but with the right gear, you'll be ready to face the challenges of winter head-on. Your home is your fortress against the cold, but it needs to be properly fortified. Let's delve into the critical steps to winterize your home, ensuring it's a snug haven of warmth even when the temperature drops dramatically outside. First, insulation is key. It's the thermal blanket that keeps your home warm, reducing the demand on your heating system. The attic is a great place to start. It's like wearing a hat in winter. It keeps the heat from escaping. Insulate your walls and floors over unheated areas too, such as crawl spaces. Don't forget to seal windows and doors as they can be major sources of heat loss. Weather stripping and window insulator kits can be effective and economical solutions. Next, let's talk about your water pipes. Frozen pipes can lead to costly damage, not to mention the inconvenience of being without water. To prevent this, insulate exposed pipes, especially those in unheated areas. This can be as simple as wrapping them with foam insulation tubes. Keep a small trickle of water running from faucets connected to vulnerable pipes. This keeps the water moving, reducing the chance of freezing. Now, onto your heating systems. Whether you rely on a furnace, a wood-burning stove, or a space heater, it's important to ensure these systems are in top working order before winter arrives. Have your furnace serviced annually. If you use a wood-burning stove, have the chimney cleaned and inspected to avoid buildup that could lead to a fire. As for space heaters, remember to use them safely. Keep them away from flammable materials and never leave them unattended. What if you lose power? A backup heat source can be a lifesaver. This could be anything from a generator to a propane heater. But remember, safety first. Always use generators and propane heaters outdoors to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. In conclusion, a well-prepared home is not just a comfortable living space, but also a protective shield against winter's harsh conditions. It's a place where you can weather the storm, secure in the knowledge that you've taken every precaution to ensure your safety and comfort. A well-prepared home can be a safe haven in the harshest winter conditions. Staying warm is vital, but it's equally important to do it safely. As we delve into the heart of winter preparedness, let's explore how to maintain warmth and safety during power outages. First off, let's talk generators. If you have one, it can be a lifesaver during a power outage, but remember, never operate a generator indoors or in an enclosed space. To prevent carbon monoxide poisoning, always place it outside, away from windows and vents. And don't forget to have a battery-operated carbon monoxide detector on hand. This silent killer is odorless and colorless, so a detector is your best defense. Now let's consider alternative heating methods. A wood-burning stove or fireplace can provide much-needed warmth when the power's out. But it's not just about lighting a fire. You'll want to ensure your chimney is clean and in good repair to prevent house fires and carbon monoxide buildup. If you don't have a fireplace, portable propane heaters can also be a good option. But like generators, they should never be used indoors without proper ventilation. Another technique is to use thermal mass to your advantage. By heating up large objects during the day, like rocks or water containers, you can release that stored heat slowly during the night. This can be particularly useful if you're without a heat source. Don't forget about insulation either. Bubble wrap on windows, draft stoppers on doors, and even hanging blankets on walls can all help to trap heat inside your dwelling. And finally, let's not underestimate the power of layers. Dressing in multiple layers of clothing can help you retain heat. Start with thermal underwear, add an insulating middle layer, and top it off with a weather-resistant outer layer. Also protect your extremities, your head, hands, and feet, as they lose heat the fastest. But remember, all these methods of staying warm come with their own risks. Always ensure proper ventilation to avoid carbon monoxide poisoning and never leave fires or heating devices unattended. Remember, warmth is vital, but safety should never be compromised. Keep these tips in mind, and you'll be well on your way to a safe and warm winter. Food and water are the basics of survival, but in winter, they need special attention. When it comes to storing food and water in cold conditions, it's all about location and insulation. Store your food and water in a place that's going to stay above freezing but below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, such as a basement or insulated storage room. This will prevent your food from spoiling and your water from freezing. It's essential to choose food items that have a long shelf life and require minimal preparation. Canned goods, dried foods, and freeze-dried meals are excellent choices. You might also consider storing cooking oil, as it provides a high calorie count to keep you energized in the cold. Your water supply is just as crucial as your food storage. To prevent your water lines from freezing, consider insulating them with foam pipe insulation and heat tape. And always remember to store extra water, at least 1 gallon per person per day for both drinking and sanitation. Now, what happens when your primary appliances are down and you need to cook? This is where having alternative cooking methods comes in handy. Propane stoves, butane cookers, or even a simple outdoor fire pit can be lifesavers. But safety first. Always ensure proper ventilation when cooking indoors with these methods to prevent carbon monoxide buildup. And if you're using an open fire, never leave it unattended. You may also want to invest in a manual can opener. It's a simple tool, but in a situation where power is out, it can be crucial for accessing your stored food. Finally, consider storing some comfort food items. The harsh winter conditions can take a toll on morale, and a familiar treat can provide a much-needed boost. Remember, the goal is not just to survive but to thrive. By storing food and water properly, you can ensure you stay nourished and hydrated even in the coldest winter. This can make a significant difference in your ability to withstand and recover from a winter emergency. Proper food and water storage can ensure you stay nourished and hydrated even in the coldest winter. An emergency plan is your roadmap to survival when normal systems fail. In the icy grip of winter, having a family emergency plan isn't just a good idea, it's a necessity. This plan is your strategy, your game plan when the worst-case scenario becomes reality. It's the playbook that everyone in your household can turn to when things get tough. Now, how do we create this life-saving plan? Start by identifying the risks. Winter brings a unique set of challenges, from power outages to icy roads to extreme cold. Understand these challenges and plan accordingly. Next, design an effective communication strategy. If your usual means of communication go down, what's your backup plan? How will you reach out to family members if cell service is unavailable? Consider options like walkie-talkies or emergency radios. Then establish a meeting point. If your home becomes unsafe, where will you go? It could be a local community center, a friend's house, or even a designated outdoor location if necessary. Ensure everyone in your family knows the location and how to get there, even in harsh winter conditions. Also, consider the special needs of your household. Do you have young children, elderly family members, or pets? Your plan should address their needs too. For example, if you have a baby, your emergency kit should include baby food and diapers. If you have a dog, don't forget to stock up on pet food. Finally, practice makes perfect. Regularly review and rehearse your emergency plan. This helps everyone remember the steps and can identify any gaps in the plan that need to be addressed. Remember, the goal is to ensure everyone knows what to do, where to go, and how to communicate when normal systems fail. Tailor this plan to your family's specific needs and the unique challenges of winter weather. An effective emergency plan can be the difference between chaos and order when disaster strikes. So, take the time now to prepare and give yourself the peace of mind that you're ready for whatever winter throws your way. We've covered everything from gear to home fortification to planning, all crucial for mastering the art of winter preparedness. We've delved into the essentials, from survival gear and home insulation techniques to food storage and crafting an emergency plan. This knowledge is your armor against the harsh winter weather. Remember, preparedness isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in the face of adversity. Don't get caught unprepared when severe winter weather strikes. Like, subscribe and share this video to help others stay safe. Have any tips or questions about winter prepping? Drop a comment below and join the conversation. Let's keep each other safe and informed.